J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings is a timeless epic, a monumental struggle between good and evil, light and darkness. At its heart lies the One Ring, an artifact of immense power forged by the Dark Lord Sauron to dominate Middle-earth. The narrative we know hinges on the ring's journey from Sauron's grasp, its slow corruption of those who wield it, and its eventual destruction in the fires of Mount Doom. But what if the story had taken a drastically different turn? What if, against all odds, Sauron had reclaimed the ring? Exploring this hypothetical scenario throws a chilling light on the power dynamics of Middle-earth and forces us to consider the true extent of Sauron's potential. If it moves beyond the familiar narrative of resistance and hope, plunging the world into a utterly dominated by shadow and despair. This deep dive will explore the potential repercussions, focusing on key players, the fate of Middle-earth, and the lasting legacy of such a devastating victory for Sauron. The details of this alternate reality are grim, but understanding them illuminates the enduring brilliance of Tolkien's original vision. Greetings all, I am your guide the Archivist. Today I will look at if Sauron reclaimed the ring. Before we begin, please remember to like the like and subscribe waystones down below, so that more people can learn from the archives. To understand the potential fallout, we must first imagine the circumstances under which Sauron could have regained possession of the One Ring. Several pivotal moments in the original narrative offer opportunities for such a catastrophic shift. The breaking of the Fellowship. The Fellowship's journey from Rivendell was fraught with peril. Had Boromir successfully wrestled the ring from Frodo at Amon Hen, the resulting chaos could have provided Sauron with the opening he needed. A corrupted Boromir, driven by a twisted sense of duty, might have unwittingly delivered the ring directly into Sauron's hands. Frodo's weakness. Throughout the journey to Mordor, Frodo succumbed to the ring's power on multiple occasions. Had a Nazgul intercepted him during one of these vulnerable moments, the ring could have been seized. The details surrounding Frodo's waning resistance are crucial to understanding this precarious possibility. Sam's capture. Samwise Gamgee, Frodo's loyal companion, played a vital role in protecting the ring and guiding Frodo through moments of despair. Had Sam been captured and interrogated, the location of Frodo and the ring might have been revealed, leading to a swift and decisive strike by Sauron's forces. And the Battle of the Black Gate. This desperate gambit, orchestrated by Aragorn to distract Sauron, was a gamble. If Sauron had seen through their deception and anticipated Frodo's path to Mount Doom, he could have intercepted him at the crack of doom, preventing the ring's destruction. The moment that Sauron touched the One Ring again, the power dynamic of Middle-earth would have been irrevocably changed. His physical form, diminished after the War of the Last Alliance, would be restored, surpassing even its previous might. Barad-dûr, Sauron's fortress, would become an impenetrable bastion of darkness, radiating a palpable aura of dread that would blanket the land. The Dark Lord's immediate actions would likely focus on consolidating his power. The armies of Mordor, already vast and formidable, would be unleashed with renewed ferocity. The remaining free peoples of Middle-earth would face a coordinated and overwhelming assault. Sauron's victory would spell doom for the free peoples. The elves, already dwindling in number, would likely retreat to the Great Havens, abandoning Middle-earth to its fate. Those who remained would face a grim choice: exile or forced servitude. The forests of Lothlorien and Mirkwood, once bastions of elven strength, would fall to the encroaching darkness. The dwarves, fiercely independent and resistant to outside influence, would fare no better. Their mountain strongholds, though formidable, would eventually succumb to siege or treachery. The details of their potential enslavement are particularly disturbing, imagining them forced to toil in Sauron's mines, forging weapons for their oppressors. Humanity would face the most brutal subjugation. Gondor, the last bastion of hope in the west, would be systematically dismantled. Its cities would be razed, its people enslaved, and its ancient knowledge and traditions extinguished. Rohan, Gondor's stalwart ally, would be overrun by hordes of orcs and Easterlings, its proud Rohirrim warriors brought to their knees. Even the Shire, the idyllic haven of the hobbits, would not escape Sauron's grasp. Its innocence and simplicity would be shattered, replaced by fear and oppression. The very memory of freedom and joy would be systematically erased. With the ring restored, Sauron would transform Middle-earth into a twisted reflection of his own dark will. The lands would be scarred and poisoned, the forests replaced by barren wastelands, and the rivers tainted with darkness. The very air would be thick with smoke and the stench of decay. Orcs and trolls would roam freely, terrorizing the populace and enforcing Sauron's iron rule. The Nazgul, empowered by the ring, would become his relentless hunters, tracking down any remaining pockets of resistance. Palantiri, the Seeing Stones, would be used to control and manipulate the thoughts of the populace, ensuring absolute obedience. Magic, once a force for good and beauty, would be perverted and used for dark purposes. The arts and sciences would be suppressed, replaced by a culture of fear and violence. Middle-earth would descend into a new dark age, a bleak and hopeless era under the absolute dominion of Sauron. The consequences of Sauron's victory would extend far beyond the immediate subjugation of Middle-earth. The very fabric of the world would become irrevocably altered. The Valar, the guardians of Valinor, might intervene, but their intervention could come at a great cost, potentially reshaping the world in cataclysmic ways once again. The memory of the free peoples and their heroism would slowly fade, replaced by a distorted narrative propagated by Sauron's propaganda. Future generations would grow up knowing only darkness and oppression, with no hope of a better future. The legacy of the Lord of the Rings is ultimately one of hope and resilience. But imagining a world where Sauron reclaimed the ring serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of that hope and the devastating consequences of unchecked power. The details of this potential dystopia highlight the importance of courage, friendship, and unwavering resistance in the face of overwhelming darkness. While Tolkien gifted us with a tale of triumph against all odds, exploring this dark alternative allows us to appreciate the profound themes and enduring power of his masterpiece even more deeply. It underscores the vital importance of vigilance, sacrifice, and the unwavering pursuit of good in a world constantly threatened by the seductive allure of power and the ever-present shadow of evil. And so I have now covered the content for this video, but if there's anything that has been missed, please share them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like the like and subscribe waystones down below. Na luego van and van. Until we meet again.